Good morning, friends and foes. It is 2022, and it is time for a brand new season of Back of the Cereal Box. I am your host, the prophet of pop culture, John Pica, and we've got a great show for you this morning because in the studio, in the virtual rec room, we've got Keisha Acuff, and we're going to do that right now.
It's like Coca-Cola, Levi Strauss, Johnny Carson and Mickey Mouse. The first star was James Dean, Elvis Presley and he's still the king. Some things are only imitatable. You can't beat an original. Oh, you can't beat an original.
All right, guys and gals, friends and foes, good morning, multiverse. This is Back of the Cereal Box, and it is a brand new year, 2022, and we are back after a couple of weeks on hiatus, and in the virtual rec room with me is my friend and yours, the queen of hopeful simplicity, the one, the only, Melissa Stetcher. Good morning, Melissa.
Good morning, Johnny.
How are you, my dear?
We're back.
We are back. Did you have a good vacation?
We had a great vacation. And I came back to a kid that's been quarantined at dad's with COVID. And now man is quarantined at his house with COVID. Man's got it for the third time.
What?
So I've just been like, okay, well then, it's only uphill for 22 from here.
How does he have it a third time? Does he have no immune system?
I don't know. Yeah.
Wow, that is wild. That is wild. Now, before we bring on our special guest, Melissa, we've already got comments.
We do.
Dave Mattingly says, welcome back to the future. And Drew Milden says, welcome back. I missed you. Hey, Drew, stick around because on this episode, you're going to get a Johnny hot take about Spider-Man No Way Home. We're going to save it. We're going to save it. Now, before we welcome in our very special guest, we need to acknowledge a couple of sponsors. First of all, our theme song was written by Four Bad Crows. Well, it was written by Jamie Slocum, performed by the Murdering Crows, and their record, Four Bad Crows. Wow, first day with my new tongue this morning. Available on Amazon, Google, and Apple Music. Get that. And of course, my original comic series, The League of Impossibilists. And I don't know if you saw this, Melissa, but we have a new commercial for the League of Impossibilists comic book. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm digging that in a big way. Do you guys like that? Do you like that, Melissa?
Yes. That was very, like, action hero-y. Is that
$2.99 on Amazon.
word? That's a word we're using today. Oof. Oof.
Now, before we welcome this week's very special guest co-host, we need to ask the question: where in the world is co-host D. Barty? Now, I would normally consult the Magic 8-Ball, Melissa, except somebody stole the Magic 8-Ball. I have my suspicions who.
Was it D? You know what? She's probably not here because she's like, man, we did much nicer together when Johnny wasn't there to provoke our sassiness. And now she's like, no, I'm out. Just kidding. Well, I'm just kidding a little bit.
So for those of you joining us, this is Back in the Cereal Box. We are called Back in the Cereal Box because we're going to talk about cool pop culture geek stuff that we were exposed to on the back of the cereal box when we were kids, because we didn't have iPads and iPhones at the breakfast table on Saturday morning. So we're going to talk about cartoons and comics and movies and toys and games and maybe even pro wrestling, maybe some cryptid adventures, just cool stuff that you would talk about on a Saturday morning after a Friday night sleepover. And of course, we are eating big bowls of cereal in our pajamas. And how this works is you get to comment throughout the show, like this comment from Dave Mattingly: one more case of COVID and his punch card will be full.
See, I'm saying third time's a charm. You're done from here. And he was like, maybe if this just keeps happening, I'll get paid for like some sort of COVID science study and can retire. I was like, or third time's a charm.
Yeah. Maybe it'll stick this time. And about Johnny's hot take, Andrew Milden says, no! Oh, you're going to love it, Andrew. I promise you. And Eli Cash says about D. Barty, she knew I was coming around. Listen, Eli, if she knew you were coming, she would be a prophetess in her own right. Actually, oh, you have met her. Never mind. You're going to meet her in person. We'll talk more about that in a little bit too. But hey, it is time to welcome to the show this week's guest. She's been sitting patiently. She is the co-host of Cryptid Crunch. She is called by many the weirdest person on the internet. I don't know if I would buy that. I think she's adorable. And she is one of ours, one of us. And she's got a brand new book that just dropped that she's going to be talking about. Please welcome Keisha Acuff. Keisha, how are you this morning?
I'm doing okay.
Just okay. It's Saturday morning. It's the best time of the day, of the week, of
like,
the year.
All the shows I do are at night for a reason, Johnny.
What's that?
So I stayed up all night arting, which I shouldn't have, because I knew I had to do this in the morning. So my brain is still like, I got some art done though. Look at how cute.
Oh, this is a little. That's got a little Tim Burton vibe to it. That's a little
so my nightgown.
Oh,
Nice.
yes.
So
Mm-hmm.
I'm a very nightmarish theme.
Now, I did not watch Nightmare Before Christmas during the Christmas season this year. It is normally a go-to thing, and for some reason we ran out of time. We missed it, and you guys look shocked.
Yeah, more like disappointed.
I watched it like 20 times in like the last 2 weeks.
Really?
It's a problem in our household. My husband can quite literally verbatim the entire movie. It's very concerning. My kids can do it too.
If it makes any difference, I did watch the Movies That Made Us episode about the making of A Nightmare Before Christmas.
I have not, actually.
That's a great show. You guys need to check it out. And Look here. In the waiting room, down below, with brand new headphones.
It's not me.
I'm so excited. The co-hostess with the mostess, D. Barty.
You look super awake. Join the club.
D. Barty, can you hear me? Your mic is muted. Can you unmute your mic? Do you know how to unmute your mic? See, everybody, this is why I say be here 15 minutes early, but that's okay. We love you, D.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, D, you want to go out and figure out what's going on with your mic being muted?
Yeah.
You look
I think we're
beautiful,
good.
though.
I think she got it.
Do you got it? Do we hear you? D?
Well, everybody else can hear me.
Oh, there you go. It's delayed, though. There's a lag. What's that all about?
I know, it's my
Oh, that's a hot mess.
computer.
That is a hot mess, Melissa. That is the link to get the League of Impossibilists comic book.
They can click the link. There we go. That's fine.
Yeah, just type that into your browser and you'll get it.
You know what? I'm done helping you.
You're beautiful. I love it, Melissa.
Sell yourself.
And Dave Mattingly says about Keisha, you're still on that art contact high. The markers.
I didn't use markers. I used watercolor.
Okay. That's fantastic.
If you guys want to see how colorful my art usually is, these are the colors I use. Very, bright.
All right, D. Barty, we're going to do something different this morning.
Uh-oh.
So I have this on the outline every week, and for some reason I just fly past it. So I want everyone to give your 30-second elevator pitch bio. Who are you? What do you do? What do you geek out over? What is your fandom? And then share what's in your bowl. Or bowl with handles. So I'll go first. My name is John Pike. I'm the prophet of pop culture. I am an author, an artist, and cosplayer, and podcaster, and magician. And I am crazy over Star Wars movies and Avengers comics. They made me who I am today. And in my bowl this morning, I am doing a taste test of Wendy's Frosty cereal from Kellogg's. And you guys, you get a free Frosty. Here, let's do this. And you all take a screenshot of this and scan the code. This is probably not legal at all, but you know what? There you go.
Oh, it works. Yes. No, I mean, yep.
So I'm going to do a taste test of this. And while I pour the cereal, Melissa, who are you? What do you do? What is your fandom? What do you geek out over?
Who am I? What do I do? What is my fandom? What do I geek out over? So I am Melissa. I am the owner of Hopeful Simplicity, which I get to help people achieve less stress lifestyles by organizing. And that's what I do. My fandom is yes. And then I geek out over pops and reading and naps and video games.
What is your favorite video game?
Gears of War.
What? Who?
Gears of War.
Oh, Gears of War. Okay.
Yeah.
You said it so fast it sounded like one word. Gears of War.
Yeah, it is. It is in my world. Oh, and I'm also the co-host on 2 podcasts. This one and then Clearing Chaos, which we were up until way too early this morning, just talking, and it was our wind down episode. It's like, that's a bad idea.
Uh-oh, we lost D. Barty. Keisha, who are you? What do you do? What's your fandom? What do you geek out over?
I am Keisha Acuff. I am an author and an artist. I geek out over so many things. So I do video games, movies, TV shows, all that kind of stuff. But my biggest fandom, I'd say, is Doctor Who. Video game would be, if anybody knows what Rift is, it's a free MMORPG. So go on there. But yeah, I do those, and I am the co-host on this network, actually, on Cryptid Crunch. So, yeah, I also have several other shows that I do, and I have so many other things that I do, but insert anything here, and I probably do it.
Bing.
What is in your bowl this morning?
So, I'm super fun.
Okay. What is that?
It is Wonderworks keto-friendly cereal chocolate. So, I had surgery last year, and I can only eat certain things, and this happens to be something I can eat. So,
Nothing wrong with that.
but look, it's got little facts and fun things on the back.
That's fun.
So, what are those facts and fun things?
Okay, let me see. Ever wonder why? It says, why can't you pump your own gas in New Jersey? In 1949, New Jersey passed a law making it illegal for drivers to fill their own tanks, citing safety concerns. After 70 years, this law still stands in New Jersey today. In fact, New Jersey is the only state where it is illegal everywhere and at any time of day to pump your own gas. And then the next one is, why do we yell "four" on a golf course? Bad golfers have been yelling "four" since the late 1800s. It started in Scotland as a shorthand for the word before, meaning look out ahead. Why are flamingos pink? Surprisingly, flamingos are not naturally pink. They are born with white or gray feathers and gradually get their pink from the shrimp and algae that they eat. And then why are stop signs octagonal? In 1923, it was decided that the more sides a street sign had, the more people would pay attention to it. Since the stop sign was deemed the most important road sign, it was given 8 sides. That is your little fact for the day.
I love that. I love that your Keto Crunch. Oh, and look at this. Dave Mattingly says Keto Crunch, made from real ketos.
Yum, yum.
No.
DBRT is back. DBRT, who are you? What do you do? And what is your fandom?
Oh no. Aw.
So this is a good time to mention that you guys can support the show at buymeacoffee.com/cerealboxpod, and you can help us
Here, D.
eliminate all of DBRT's tech problems. Because money solves problems.
And there are many problems.
Mhm.
DBRT, I'll let you keep working on your sound issue. You're still muted.
Oh, she's yelling at you, and that's probably the best kind to do it. Hey, Keisha, where did you find that
What?
cereal?
How's that?
Oh,
Is that better?
that's better. What happened?
Take off my headphones so you can hear me. I'm so mad. You're always like, get headphones, get headphones. I get headphones and you can't freaking hear me. I'm done. Go back to bed.
You tried.
I am buying you a mic with headphones built in.
You keep saying that, but I've yet to see as many here.
Well, because a good mic is a lot of money. That's why we need all of our viewers to support us at buymeacoffee.com/cerealboxpod. This is the priority. DBRT needs a mic that works.
No. I don't know. I could do that every Saturday morning. It's pretty cool.
I actually like the silent screaming. It kind of made my day. Not gonna lie.
Well, I can make that happen. D, tell us who you are, what you do. All right, now D, your turn. Who are you?
No.
What do you do?
No, I do nothing. I don't want to talk about me. I'm tired.
But we
I wanna
want to
be
talk
here.
about you.
I don't want to talk about me.
You have to talk about you. Where are
Nope.
you, by the way? You look like you're in some kind of accounting office.
I'm in my office, my photography office. These are my plaques. These are my awards.
Your Whatahuda office?
Photography. It's where I edit
Okay.
pictures.
I thought you said statography, and I was like, what is statography? My brain was really confused for a second.
Pictures. Click, click.
I do photography too.
DBRT is a phenomenal, brilliant photographer. And if you're not following her Instagram page and seeing the work that she produces, you're really missing out.
I get to go stalk you now.
DBRT loves stalkers more than anything
You can
else.
equally stalk me, though. I will gladly accept.
I don't know. I had a real stalker. He still
Really?
messages. Yeah. It got kind of creepy there for a while. He still messages me sometimes, but I'm just like, whatever.
Well,
I had one of those until my husband threatened
speaking
him.
of which, Eli says,
Yeah.
hi, D.
He's my second stalker. But I like him.
So, Shawn Connors isn't with us live this morning. He's got an event, but he is commenting. And he asked, did D get a real job? What? Photography isn't a real job?
I think he's talking about because I'm in the office.
Mm.
This is in my house. Although I tried to convince John that I was snowed in and couldn't make it this morning. He wasn't buying it. And then Melissa was like, well, aren't you at home? Or no, John was like, aren't you at home? And I'm like, yeah.
Well, because I thought you were talking about what we're going to be doing together January 29th when we are live at Chattacon.
Hey, funny
In
story
Chattanooga.
about that, you guys. You ready for this? So everybody knows that D does not do well first thing in the morning. At 8 o'clock in the morning, D does not do well, okay? John's like, hey, we need to get up at 5 a.m. and leave and go do this live show. And I just laughed. I literally laughed. Do you know who you're talking to?
No, you're going to ride in the car, sleep, then we get to the thing at 9. We get set up. We do the live show at 11. And then you can, go find a little corner to lay down, take a nap.
I couldn't sleep in the car with you. You talk too much.
No. You've not ridden with me. I don't like to talk in the car. I actually,
I'm definitely not riding with you because I talk too much.
I don't even play music when I'm driving.
Oh.
What's wrong with you?
I want to be alone with my thoughts.
Yeah, this is why I'm going out the night before.
It's weird. I look at like the radio. It is my time to either I am on stage with all my music or I'm listening to a good book or a bit of both.
All right, so DBRT, what's in your bowl?
Coffee.
We're going to start something new.
That's my girl.
And Melissa, you've got a bowl with the handle too.
I do.
No cereal.
Yeah, you can't be mad at this.
No, Chris and Amanda. We love Chris and Amanda. So Eli says lies. He and I rode together all last year, which is true. Eli is my road buddy, my travel buddy. But I only talk in response to other comments. and Eli can't shut up.
Well, you would hate me. I can't shut up either.
I will survive. Okay, so I'm eating Wendy's Frosty cereal, and it does not taste like a Wendy's Frosty.
Oh, bummer. I love
That is
Frosty.
very depressing.
It is very depressing. I'm really kind of torn. I feel like Kellogg's has, and this is not going to help us get them as a sponsor. It's kind of tastes like chocolate flavored sawdust.
Okay,
But I'm
when
going to
did
eat
you
it
eat?
anyway because I'm
When
hungry.
did you eat chocolate sawdust for starters?
Listen, I grew up in the Midwest.
Johnny, I think we're eating the same thing.
Yeah, so we
My
might be.
keto-friendly stuff tastes like that.
It is not. So keto-friendly cereal, you need to eat Magic Spoon. Magic Spoon tastes delicious. And it's keto-friendly. But anyway, they've got a cool story here. A stack of 3,489 small Frosty treats would reach the tippity top of the 102-story Empire State Building. And did you know that in 2021, Wendy's receives a daily average of about 50 tweets referencing a Frosty?
I can see that. Frosties are the best.
I love Frosties. But this cereal does not taste like a Frosty.
I would
And
not
it-
put Frosty cereal. Let me
and
ask you, John, do you dip your French fries in your Frosty?
I don't.
Yeah, I don't either.
I do. I do
I
like
don't
it's
eat
my job, even
Frosties
as an
or
adult.
French fries.
I don't like Wendy's French fries. And
That's
maybe
what the Frosties for. Oh crap!
So Eli says, get into a roasting battle with Wendy's Twitter account, ASPA. You do that.
ASPA.
That's what I said.
ASPA? I like it.
John needs some of that in his bowl.
And Angel Love, Curious Idealist, says, frosted mini wheats over here in my bowl with a handle.
Mm-hmm. Angel, I got you.
Eli is accusing me of lying.
Well, stop
Eli,
lying then.
no more comments for you.
Aww.
Willow Schuyler says, I made a horrible mistake. I decided to pick up a shift today, waiting for my bus right now to go to work. Is it too late to call in grumpy? No, it's not.
I tried to. John wouldn't let me.
I did see that.
I was grumpy last night.
Mm-hmm.
This is what needs to happen. A bowl with handle merch coming soon.
A bowl with a handle that says Keisha be crazy, because apparently that's something we
Yeah.
need in the shop too.
Mm-hmm.
Working on it. I'm working on
Okay.
it. Working on it.
I had the bowl with a handle when it was D and me, and it was ours. But you weren't here for that.
Nope, I wasn't. And Shawn says, I already had cereal this morning, elbow cough. Shawn,
I don't know what that cereal is.
so Shawn is trying to get a Canon R6. I don't know what that means. Do you know what that means?
Yeah, I do. It's the new mirrorless camera. My mom just got one. It's amazing. I tried to get her to give me her old one. She wouldn't do it. Thanks, Mom. I'm just kidding.
You actually sound really good right now. What happened?
I switched to my phone instead of my laptop. I was trying to go on my laptop, but my internet here is not great. So that's why I was lagging.
Oh, Eli clarifies. He was calling out Wendy's to be a liar. No, it's not Wendy's. It's Kellogg's cereal. Now, I will tell you that the longer it stays in the milk, the better it
Can
gets.
you guys hear me?
Yes.
I can't hear you guys at all.
This is
That's
entertaining.
fun.
How did
Ooh,
that
I'll read
happen?
lips. Okay, go.
How did Keisha lose?
Hi,
that?
everyone. This is Johnny from Back of the Cereal Box. Okay, the sound is back.
Everybody whisper so she thinks that we're gone. I can't think.
I was loving.
Ladies and
the,
gentlemen, this show is the pinnacle of broadcast quality. You're welcome.
I think my cat muted you guys for a second.
Oh my God. We got demon cats at the Acuff farm. That's hysterical. All right. So before I get too far and forget, I need to acknowledge one of our partners, Comics for Kids. We are so excited to be partnered with these folks. And we'll talk more about it in just a second. Here we go.
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we add more.
Visit cb4k.org.
And if you didn't hear, they are in 160 hospitals nationwide. Now, right now, in the era of COVID, which we hope is burned out by this time next year, by the summer maybe, we hope. And they'll start allowing us to do these comic book deliveries in person, because the way it works right now is Comic Books for Kids sends the comics to the hospital, and then the nurses just randomly distribute it. But how cool would it be if in 160 hospitals nationwide, the Back of the Cereal Box partnering with Comic Book for Kids had cosplayers delivering those comics in costume to each of those kids?
I would so be down for that.
So all of you watching who are into cosplay, one, you got to share our episodes and recruit as many people as possible, because it will happen and we want to be ready. I'm so excited for that day. The day that we can actually go back in and bring joy, happiness, and hope in person. Oh, the skies will open up and the sun will shine upon us.
He said, ah.
Drew says he is the Back of the Cereal Box merchant consultant. He'll wait for the 2% royalty checks. You'll be waiting a long time.
I'll send over that
Andrew.
2 cents to you really soon.
Yeah. So you know what I think we're going to do? We're going to try something new and different. Every time we have a special guest on, like Keisha, and I didn't think to do this beforehand, but from now on, to make sure that our special guests have a bowl of cereal, I'm going to PayPal them money to go buy a box of cereal that they've never had before. And so we get to see their live taste test on air every episode.
Just letting you know for future
That will
reference.
come out of
this
my
is like
pocket.
$10 a box.
I know. Magic Spoon is $7.99 a box. Why is good food cost more? DBRT? Why does healthy food cost more money?
I don't make it. I don't know.
Because it's got more nutritional value instead of just corn dust. Probably.
Because they can.
What is this slinky?
I don't know. I started a new diet, so it's not really costing that much more, though. But
No,
I'm not
you-
getting all that. I'm just getting like fresh stuff. Like I go to the grocery store and shop the outer perimeter, and that's it
Mhm.
for me anyway. Not for my kids, but
No processed food.
right.
Okay, so that's pretty much what I do, other than this cereal, because we went to the food pantry last month because times be rough, and they gave me this cereal, so that is how I got it. But so I normally get this thing called Misfit Market, which is all organic, fresh produce that's delivered to your door, and most of the time it's like super ugly or something like that.
I
But
tried that. I didn't care for it. It wasn't
Really?
enough, and it was all like almost bad. I didn't like it.
see that when I get it, it hasn't been bad. So I guess it just depends on where you're at, or
Yeah, I would say probably where you live.
Now, do you agree with Dave Mattingly that most people don't want to eat healthy?
Yep. It sucks. I don't have anything that tastes good. As a matter of fact, my doctor took my coffee from me, and that's probably one reason why I'm cranky, because now I'm having to use this nasty protein powder in my coffee instead of my coffee creamer. But my coffee creamer is what was sabotaging my entire weight loss, everything. So
Mm-mm. I would rather be fat and happy than skinny without coffee. No.
I figured out my coffee creamer, I was using so much of it that I was drinking 100 carbs in the morning.
that is
100 carbs.
impressive.
See, I stay under 20 for the entire day.
Right. Which my doctor told me, because I have PCOS, my glycemic index
So do I.
needs to stay under 50. Well, she said that that's exactly what's happening, is that I'm drinking coffee creamer and just ruining my whole day. And I'm like, no.
So that is why I only eat cereal one day a week. And
Yeah,
why
so
I
I'm
limit
not
it.
using my cheat meal for cereal because I don't like cereal.
Well,
So
I think you just broke him.
this is not a cheat meal though. This is so 150 calories per cup, and a cup is about a bowl. So and I don't use whole milk. I drink almond milk, and there's only 60 calories per cup of almond
I'm not
milk.
worried about calories. I'm not counting calories.
Oh, no. See, that's part of my whole thing. Low carb, low calorie, lots of exercise, tons of water. I drink a gallon of water or more a day.
I do that anyway. I don't have to worry about that.
And look, DBRT, I have not seen the results in the mirror the way that I wanted to until this week. I discovered we are now officially in the this is what happened part of our show. This week, I was going through some old hard drives, and I found the very first Tales from the Geek raw video.
Oh, jeez.
This was me. I can't even do it. I had no...
Yeah, well, this was me.
You actually don't look very different. You look very much the same. But I was
My
gigantic.
face does. From my neck down, I don't.
I was a 3X on the way to a 4. Now I'm down to a large. 1L on t-shirts. But it was shocking how huge I was. And so now I'm
Well,
like,
in my defense, I've had 2 kids since that show. So
but here's my question. DBRT, this is going to be controversial, and I'm putting this out there to the universe.
Okay.
All of those old episodes of Tales from the Geek were deleted by the company that originally published them. I've got them all. Should I maybe post them as from the archives? See,
you might get sued.
by who?
Did you have a contract?
Nope.
Then it's free range. As long as you didn't have a contract, you should be good.
See, Melissa's like, I don't like this idea.
What's the point?
Because
Well,
Johnny
I'm gonna
likes to
pull out
stir
this.
the pot.
Oh, I'm bigger than you because I have these.
No,
and
no,
I
no,
can
no,
just be
no,
like,
no. To show where we were and where I am.
Okay.
Hey, this is
For what purpose?
this is where DBRT and Johnny started 10 years ago, 11 years ago. Here we are
Well,
today.
you can post a picture because honestly, those episodes are boring as.
Like you
almost
can do
said
a
they're-
steal by steal, like do a steal shot from one of
There,
those. And do a
that's
steal
what I'll
shot
do.
now,
That's what I'll do.
but don't like drop a bunch of old ass videos. That's dumb. Don't be dumb.
Oh my
Hey,
gosh,
you
we
got
lost
the whole
Melissa.
Oh,
Where'd
no.
Melissa go? Oh no, Melissa just lost connection.
John,
oh my goodness, that's
how
the
many
first time
shows
that's
have we
ever
done?
happened again.
How many shows have we done together? You can
A
drop
lot.
it. Yeah, you can drop as many shows as you want. That's not that one.
Okay. Well, that's why I was throwing it out there to the universe. Sometimes I have good ideas, sometimes I don't.
Now, if you
That
find any of my old interviews with the famous people I interviewed, that would be awesome.
Those were never published.
I know, isn't that some bull stuff?
Do you have those?
I think so.
Somebody does.
I might.
I went to Wizard World in Chicago and interviewed a bunch of people I don't know. And
You interviewed George Perez, who is
No, he
dying
can't.
of stage 4 cancer today. That's why I started looking for those videos, because I thought for sure we had that George Perez interview. That would be great.
somewhere. I don't
All right.
have anything.
Because you never cared. Anyway,
I know, right, Drew?
I didn't get paid enough to care.
He
What did
wonders
Drew
why
say?
I sass.
what did Drew say?
He said first drop of the year.
We haven't had a snort yet.
Nuh-huh.
Not from her. Not from
Nuh-huh.
Melissa.
Nuh-huh.
All right, Keisha, you are our special
Whenever
guest.
you said, she laughed and
That was
snorted.
hilarious.
Oh!
That was
Keisha, you got a
Yes.
new book that just released.
I do.
Show us this beautiful book. It is called Him. And what's it about? Give us the plot synopsis.
Okay, so I'll just read it off the back because I'm cheating here. So
We
I have
need
the
you
memory
in
of a
some of our
goldfish.
clubhouse rooms.
So it is okay. I'll start. I guess I'm very awkward, guys. Sorry about that. So Natasha's life hadn't been the same since she'd run away from home. It hadn't gotten any better either. Fear had become her constant shadow. Staying alive meant staying away from everyone and everything familiar. Never staying in one place too long kept the murders to a minimum and her away from him. Letting down her guard had cost her family and friends. Not reporting what she knew had cost her everything else, or so she thought. Kevin was patrolling by the tiny secondhand store where she worked for cash under the table, the first time she saw him. That was all it took for her heart to betray her. It wasn't smart to let anyone get close again, but something about Kevin pulled her in. She just couldn't stop seeing him. If only her secrets weren't so deadly, and if only she could hide Kevin too. Maybe, just maybe, things could work. Dun, dun, dun. That's it, guys.
So is it supernatural? Is it romantic murder?
So we got some cult activity, some vampire activity, lots of death. Sorry, guys.
And
I don't know how to do other things.
because you write what you know, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Just saying. Let's make Keisha sound not as crazy, though.
But can we really do that? Is that
I mean-
possible?
This is my artwork, so.
Weren't you part of a cult?
Which one? We'll go with which one.
DMRT's face.
Yes. And surprisingly, one was actually a vampire cult.
A
If
vampire
you Google
cult?
the site that we used to use, my profile still exists on said site. Oh gosh, I used to love that place. It was super fun. But yeah, so you know, there's some stuff in there that may be close to real life. No. I've never killed anybody. Just throwing that out there.
That you're aware of.
Probably, yeah.
She
No.
can't help who controls what they drink. She can just pour the drink.
See? Genius.
Where do you? I'm sorry. Did I miss where we buy the book?
Oh, so
It's kind of what I do.
available on Amazon. All you have to do is look up my name, Keisha Acuff, and yeah, it's like the first thing that pops up. And then some lingerie. Don't buy the lingerie; it's not mine.
Or buy both.
I mean,
Other cult she was in.
Wait, what was that, D?
I said that's part of the other cult she was in, the lingerie.
Well, Keisha, I know something a little bit about you, that you are a member of the Mormon Church and you do wear magic underwear.
I don't wear magic underwear, but there is underwear that is specific for wearing in the temple. Ow!
Cat
It
claws
bit me.
hurt.
So I love cats. But yeah, it's back. So yeah, there are special underwear, but you know,
Do they check for that, like at the door?
I think it's more of an accountability thing.
Show us your underwear.
Right?
But if
Drop them
the
to enter. Like,
if the outfits are all like what you get baptized in, because I wasn't baptized till I was like 18, 19 years old. If the outfits are as skinny thin as that one was, you can see everything and you better have special underwear on. Because I wore a black bra to my baptism. Won't do that again. The pictures were not grand. John's
Keisha
over there.
causing scandal.
Hence the lingerie website.
That's what it's for. Got it. Okay.
It's not the underwear. The real magic was in you all along. And when you come into the temple,
Dave hasn't
it's
met
just
me,
a
has
brief
he?
inspection.
that's pretty great.
They can
That
see
was
it through
good.
the clothes, so I mean,
That's wild. That's wild. All right. So, what did you guys do over the Christmas holiday? Anybody have anything exciting happen? D, you've got that face.
I turned 40.
Yeah, you did. Hello.
Hey,
Dave.
hey, 40 is just the new 30.
I'm not happy about
oh,
it.
we were the same age then.
Really?
No.
Yeah, I'm like, no way. You're like 20. Shut up.
Oh, I wish I was 20. I'm 30.
Yeah, don't talk to me.
Right? You know.
I feel like I should leave now before I
You
get hurt.
lost your speaking privileges. Just go get your lingerie and get out of here.
So
Take
nothing
off the screen, man.
nothing fun happened over Christmas to D Barty? No adventures, no trips, No family feuds?
No, it snowed. I don't have family feuds.
No, it
We
didn't
love each
snow
other.
over Christmas break. It snowed yesterday. 2 days ago.
No trips. Hello, family of 7. Don't you think Christmas was outrageous over here? Take me off the screen. Thank you.
Oh my God, she is grumpy this morning,
love it.
Melissa.
I love it so hard.
So, Melissa, what happened was your turn.
Oh, so I was like, with what? Why Dee's mad? I don't know, because it's morning.
Oh my gosh. I only set the outline. Oh, get him off my
So
knee.
what happened is I dropped my kiddo off Tuesday the 28th with my parents. We got in the car. AIS time was 7 a.m. I had my pillow ready, and I was in the car so I could sleep. It's easy. He puts on a documentary, and I sleep all the way to Myrtle Beach. And then Sunday night happens as we come home, and he starts. I thought he just ate too much of the, steam pot. Like, you should not eat a steam pot for 2 when you're 1. She's like, okay, he overate. That's cool. Maybe he overdrank, because how you come home sick from vacation with the amount of alcohol we consumed is blind. Like, I don't even know how that happens. And then we're driving home, and I get a message from my child, not his dad, from my child that I have to be COVID tested, Mommy. I'm sorry, what? So I haven't seen my son in over 2 weeks, and now man's down at his house with the same 3rd time's the charm, and I'm just like, that's what happened.
I don't understand. Was some
We had a great vacation at the beach. Some foolness happened, and a whole lot of booze happened.
I got that.
And then we came home, and now everybody's sick and quarantined outside of my care window.
Does everybody have COVID?
Yeah.
My brother had it.
Yeah,
Right?
I know.
Like, he was diagnosed with it like 3 days after Christmas, after we all got together for Christmas.
See?
But I think he got it when he went back to work, because we're all fine. John.
Get the vaccine. Wear a mask.
Oh, don't vax me, boy. Get out of here. I'm about to leave. Boy, don't start with me.
I'm
Shoot.
for the mask. That's not going to pump a chemical into my body that's going to cause me hormonal problems.
Or the
Keisha
mask.
Acuff. So what happened was
Oh God, don't ask me this question. It's awful.
this was in the
Where do you want me to start? So just this week, both of our cars decided to die.
Oh.
The siding flew off of our house.
Oh.
The renter that rents our other house from us passed away.
Oh.
We're not having income anymore from that, which means bills are difficult. And so it's been a great holiday, guys. I'm super loving it. Also, have you guys ever had the little metal thing that hooks your window to the pulley system that makes it go up and down? Just snap and your window go whoosh. Because that is what happened yesterday.
Hey guys, I'm gonna be over in the corner slitting my wrists. If
But no, it's good. So that being said, we had a very good holiday break. Spent lots of time with family, friends, all of which have COVID now. I'm the only one that doesn't have COVID, and yeah.
Hey, you want to hear a funny story?
Yeah.
So it's snowing, right? And we got like 6 inches of snow here, okay? And we're in Tennessee. We don't deal with the snow well. We don't get it often, so we don't deal with it well.
yeah, Keisha's in Illinois and she's like 6 inches. That's a Tuesday.
That's cute.
Yeah. So I tell my college-aged daughter to make sure you come home the night before, do not, like, she worked late. She works downtown, so she worked late. I was like, do not try and drive home the day of. You can take me off that. You can do the 4 screen. I don't like it. Thank you. So,
I'm just going to keep jumping back and forth. Here, we'll do this. Keep going, D.
that's fine. I just don't like being in the center. Not first thing in the morning. If I had my hair and makeup did, maybe, but not anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna vomit now. Oof.
So I tell her, do not try to drive home in the snow. Well, I get a call. What is today? Saturday. Thursday morning at 7 o'clock in the morning. Mom, I'm stuck halfway there, and she's in my husband's car because she wrecked hers. So my husband and my 18-year-old daughter had to go rescue her. Thankfully, they were fine because we had a big old truck. But I was mad. I was still mad. Oh, I'm still mad. I'm like, why would you put yourself in that situation? I specifically told you not to. Going out partying with friends, and this is what happens.
Alrighty then. So Ryan asks, I'm wearing the same outfit from Thursday. No laundry day? No. There have been 2 days since Thursday. I watched this on Friday, but even if I hadn't, Ryan, I wore it for 45 minutes on your show. But for those of you wondering, yes, this is a Mandalorian onesie with a hood. If I can find the hood and get it up over my...
It's like when toddlers chase their sleeves.
There we go. There's the hood. Ba-da-da-dum-dum.
Right?
Ba-da-da, ba-da-da-dum. Ba-da-da-dum-da. And look, see, I could not have worn this 10 years ago.
Because the Mandalorian wasn't out yet.
That's right.
That
That was funny. That was funny.
yes.
You're
I'm
fired.
out again, aren't I?
Oh no, what happened to Melissa?
Story of my life.
So yes, I have done laundry. Now that leads us to, should we do, okay, Drew Milden, are you still there? He is. He says yikes.
Shawn,
What?
finish the sentence.
Well, I'm trying to decide whether to do new loot or Johnny's hot take.
New loot, because I remember to bring it to the office.
All right, so we will do
Different cat.
new loot. And this week's new loot is sponsored by Loot Crate. Use our promo code Serial10 and take 10% off at lootcrate.com. All right, Melissa, you go. You go first, Melissa.
But I missed Johnny. What happened was from you.
Well, this is a good segue. So, what happened was I'm shopping for stocking stuffers for Christmas. And I go to Five Below. Five Below, by the way, is a great place for stocking stuffers.
It is fabulous, but gets expensive fast.
It can. Yeah, it can. And I'm just walking, minding my own business, and all of a sudden, this box jumps off the shelf and hits me in the head.
Oh, I want to be the box.
It is the North Pole to Manhattan Elf game. $5. Now, look, I was
If
like,
they still have
okay,
some where you live, get one for me.
yeah, okay, I will. So I'm like, for $5, yeah, I'm picking this up and taking this home, but I didn't expect much, right? $5. I'm like thinking cheap plastic pieces and whatnot, and I get it home, and actually they have these really fantastic little standee characters on thick cardboard.
I like it.
And really they've got the stands, the bases that they go in, and these are really great quality plastic. The rules are really simple. DBRT, you and I would play this game really well because
Bring
one
it.
sheet.
We'll
one
play
sheet.
Bring it to Chattanooga. We'll play it.
I will. So the board game, or the game board rather, is incredibly colorful. It's incredibly well themed. The graphics are great. It's on this really great, awesome cardstock. It's just really well put together. And then the die that you roll is a custom die with, elf numbers and symbols on it. And everything about this game is just super high quality.
I need it.
Yeah.
Right?
It's and so I'm thinking, $5, I can't go wrong. Not only did it live way past expectations, like you go through the candy cane forest, you sing loud for everyone to hear, you get put on the naughty list and you have to go back 12 spaces. It's basically a roll and move game. So it's really super simple. There's no strategy really, but it's fun and it's super well themed. And it was $5. I can't believe it. I will go and I will see if they still have any on clearance, and I'll get one for everybody if they still have them.
It's our game show. I like doing that. It's fun.
Yes, absolutely. We will do that when we're live, DBRT. So, new loot. Melissa, that's a perfect segue because that's kind of loot and it's a story. What you got?
Okay, so I got a lot of really good things like F-bomb socks and socks that say, like, they have like the wine quotes on the bottom. But my top 3, I didn't bring one up because it is the Hogsmeade Village Lego set, which is already built and on my shelf with the castle. So I have Honeydukes and 3 broomsticks. Oh my god, so cute. But if I try to climb the stairs with them and then I smash it and then I'm crying and then so I didn't. But they're so cute. And then my son, God love him, he is me. And I got a sign that says, "I'm not bossy, I'm motivational."
You hang on to that inspirational message there, Melissa.
Yeah, it stays in my office now. And then on vacation, so we went to the Dirty Myrtle Mall, and like it was 90% of the stores were closed. And so there were a few stores. There was like a Silk open and like a wonderful Thugtastic clothing line option. And then there was the piano store and the arcade and like a nerd store with like comics and pops and all sorts of things. And I found a Fantastic Beast pop I hadn't had yet. I'm so excited. That's all.
That is fantastic. DBRT, you got anything to share?
So I don't have it with me because I was having technical difficulties this morning, but I will share this. So
wait. DBRT was having technical difficulties?
Shut up. So my son got this little figurine of Superman, and he opens it up, and he doesn't know who it is. But he brings it over to me, and he's like, "Look, Mama, it's your favorite superhero." I thought that was just so adorable. And then he got this little remote control baby Yoda thing, and his little spaceship, and he like zooms it around everywhere. It's fun.
Wait, Baby Yoda is flying a spaceship? That is child endangerment. That is not.
I said he's zooming it around on the ground, remote control.
But Baby Yoda is the one in the pilot seat.
Yeah, but
that's horrifying.
The baby child is the one that's controlling it.
It's a baby squared. It's fine.
feel like that's so irresponsible.
I have no
John?
personal space in this household, by the way, but guys, so sorry. If it's not a cat, it's a kid.
You've got a little human.
I got a cat and a human. So this is Dolores and her beautiful haircut that she gave herself last week. Look at how cute she looks in her little mullet. Yeah.
Hi, Dolores.
Oh, I see. She's looking at animal or baby animals. Because, you know, I tried to keep her occupied. It does not work all the time. Oops. Sorry.
Do you have anything other than your book and your art to show and tell this morning?
Normally, yes.
You sent me a message
here?
before the show asking if you needed your loot.
Yes, but then my husband decided instead of looking after her, he was going to hop in the shower 5 seconds before I had to be on air. And so I was trying to get her fed. And by the time I got her fed, it didn't happen. But I did have a lot of stuff because, oh, okay, honey. Yep. But is any of it with me? No, it is not.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do our best to prepare to the fullest extent on this show. And Eli Cash asks if he's being muted. No, you are not, Eli. It's just that we have so many comments, I can't keep up with all of them. So not everyone gets to come on screen with every comment. But Dave does say Baby Yoda doesn't qualify for child endangerment because he's 50 years old. That's fair. And Drew versus the World says, Keisha, hashtag mom life.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what I'm talking about, right?
No.
I got 2 kids.
John,
yeah, but they're older, aren't they?
You forget. And I know you forget because I'll be like, kids, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, yeah, just put them over there. And I'm like, no, doesn't work that way.
You get a sock and you roll it up into a tight ball and just...
I was thinking like a rock. It did not go the way I thought you were going with that.
Melissa's face is priceless.
Too far,
Rock in a sock or sock in the mouth? Which are you going for?
Too far.
That's not what I heard and saw as you were like, and then you just, I'm like, Saturday morning, John.
All right.
Let's try to keep this PG.
And I'm out.
Melissa is here. All right, Melissa. So you're going to love some of my loot. And by the way, you guys know that I celebrate my birthday the entire month of Christmas or December. So I've got birthday and Christmas loot. And then I have second Christmas, which is when I use all of my gift cards that I got for gifts, right? So discovered a game that you're going to love. This was recommended on the Gateway Gamers podcast. Gateway Gamers podcast. Really cool podcast where one experienced gamer and one noob talk about games that they played that week. Really cool. And they recommended this game as an Uno substitute called Something Wild. And this is the Nightmare Before Christmas edition. It is from Funko. So it has this little mini pop. And the mini pop gets awarded to a player who plays a combination of 3 cards, a trick, and it gives them special powers. So we played it, had a lot of fun. Then I got a little bit obsessed. And I got the Disney Princesses edition.
No.
And then I got the Mandalorian edition. And there's a Marvel edition out there with a mini Iron Man that I have not gotten yet, but it's on my list. And here's the cool thing about this game. You can mix and match them. So you can have multiple characters and you can make this giant ecosystem of mini pops and Uno styled. It's like a cross between Bridge and Uno. Melissa, are you salivating over this?
A little bit. Where did you find that?
Of all places, Walgreens.
She's like, I gotta find a Walgreens now.
That's not
I'm
hard.
magically going, okay, if I go south first, and then I can tick back up and get that one and that one and that. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, Walgreens are on every corner in the United States. They're like wildfires.
Except for my town, there's not a single one anywhere near me.
What?
Yeah, they're all 30 minutes away. Seriously, yeah.
No, I don't.
To
Yep.
be fair, the closest one to me is 46 minutes away.
Yep, so I'm here. There's one in Dixon, one in Franklin, one in Bellevue. Nowhere near me.
I live in the sticks. There is like nothing but miles and miles of cornfield. So
And Drew says about something wild, he wants that now.
He wants that Jack Skellington one. Sorry, Drew. I already did that in my head, and Angel needs the Little Mermaid.
But Angel says
That's
that
a true
Melissa
story.
doesn't like it when you mix the cards.
That's a true story. Yeah, so we did our wind down session last night, and I happened to bring Shine instead of wine. Oh no! And then a few glasses later, so she takes her 2 pod decks and mixes them together, and I'm like, yeah,
That makes it fun.
yeah, for non-me, it was fun question wise, but then there was just like the hard twitch came out.
So what happened was when I was in Charleston, West Virginia, doing the live show from Bowls and Spoons, I did, after that show in the afternoon, I did the debut of the Super Saturday Magic Matinee Show, which I'm going to be doing at Chattacon as well, DBRT. They loved it and they want me to bring it there. So
What does that mean for me? Do I need to stay for that?
probably we'll
Okay.
talk about it. So on my
like
you know,
trying to
when
get out of
I
stuff.
perform magic, I have this kind of persona, and I wear a long chain on my belt with a watch at the end and a pocket knife and a lucky rabbit's foot. And on that chain, I used to have a pair of dice hanging, and the pair of dice, the chain broke and I lost them. Well, so for the show in West Virginia,
Johnny lost his pair.
So for the show in West Virginia, I had Captain Crunch hanging on the belt loop on the chain. And so a fan who is an eagle-eyed fan noticed that and sent me these. We've got Tony the Tiger. They're great. Also by Funko Pops. These are mini pops on a keychain. And the Lucky Charms leprechaun, who terrifies my daughter, by the way. My daughter is terrified of Lucky Charms or of leprechauns. So I'm thinking tonight I'm going to hang this on a string over her bed.
No,
And so when she wakes up,
Do
she
it.
don't want no short man. No.
and then the Trix Rabbit. So I've got those to trade out with Captain Crunch on different shows.
I'm just waiting for Funko to be like, hey, we should sponsor these people because
You know,
I don't think
Funko really should.
after you ate that black cereal, I think so.
Well, because speaking of Funko, I also got a reaction figure from Funko. This is Godzilla, the Shogun series. Now, when I was a kid, I had the original Shogun Godzilla, which was 24 inches tall. This is an exact replica, but in 3 3/4 inch. It even has the lever on the back to push, and the flames come out. I feel like I should open this on air. Should I? No, you know what? I have something to open.
Do not
on
open
air.
it, please.
I have a whole bag of loot. I also got a new Mandalorian Star Wars series black figure. This is Kosha Reeves. But my son got this for me for my birthday. The Marvel Legends Vulture from Spider-Man Homecoming. And while we open this, I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions on Spider-Man No Way Home. Have you guys seen Spider-Man No Way Home? Has
Yes.
everyone gone to see this yet? Debert, really? You guys didn't go see it? I figured you guys would have.
My
I
dad
have these
did.
things called children.
Right?
This is a great movie to take the kids to.
That's what
Oh
my
no,
daughter
you don't want to
said.
do that.
Well,
She said I would be very entertained, so I might.
so Drew, everybody, Melissa, what did you think about Spider-Man No Way Home?
Okay. So overall, I enjoyed it. I think I am spoiler alerting.
Okay, yeah. We'll put up that spoiler alert because we are going to talk spoilers. Where'd it go? There it goes. Boop.
So
Okay.
I don't mind about spoilers.
I don't think it's the best show of 2021. I don't agree with that. There were, and it may be the mom in me, but there were way too many long emotional moments for teenagers to have. Like, I'm all for a good look, but when that good look is like 5 freaking minutes, I'm like, just kiss her and let's go on. Right? And I think they tried to put too much. I get what they were doing. I completely get. I cannot wait for Doctor Strange. But I felt like it was just too much crammed in there. It's like they tried to put the whole book in a movie and then layer it with a lot of emotional stuff for teenagers. And I'm like, ugh. But at the same time, I cried a few times. So overall, I think it was good.
Melissa's like,
I what? Right? I'm just like, they
dropped part
completely
of this.
pass over the fact that he's a teenager in high school dealing with a lot of adult things on his own. I'm like, Child Protective Service is going to swoop right in after Spider-Man.
So I enjoyed the movie when I saw it. However, the more I think about it, the more I dislike it. Spoiler alert, the movie is 2.5 hours of fan service, which I don't think makes a good movie. I don't think that's good storytelling to just give fans what they think they want. I didn't mind seeing Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. It wasn't a surprise. That had kind of been spoiled ad nauseum that it was happening. Everyone knew it was happening. And it got to the point that if it didn't happen, I think fans were going to riot.
Mm-hmm.
The Matt Murdock Daredevil cameo was so obviously just stuck in there as an afterthought.
Yeah.
That scene made no sense, had no purpose. It was just literally, oh, the fans want it. Let's give it to them. Here we go.
Yep.
And the more I think about this movie, the more I dislike it. It's starting to kind of tick me off.
Oh, I'm not that devoted.
I know.
I kind of
but-
want to watch it now just for the fact that I want to see if I get ticked off or not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
But I will say, can we just take a minute and Willem Dafoe, like that man, his crazy and his never changed in my entire life brilliance. That I would have gone just for that. I went just. Well, I'm not gonna say I didn't go just for that, but I would have been disappointed if he were not in it because Willem Dafoe.
All right, he was good.
He was him.
You know, all of the performances were good, but you know what I wanted? Here's what I wanted to have happen. Instead of the obvious fan service, 3 Spider-Men showing up from the multiverse, what I thought would have been a better story arc was for Dr. Octopus to become a legit good guy and join the fight. And I wanted to see this guy return as a good guy. Because you remember at the end of Homecoming, he like respected Peter. He didn't tell Peter's secret. He knew he was Spider-Man. And Toomes, the Vulture, was not a bad guy. He was just a guy trying to provide for his family and make a living, and Spider-Man got in the way. Look, Mama Bears, you know, if someone took away your livelihood and made it impossible for you to provide for your family, you're gonna be a little salty, right? That's all this was about. So if he would have come back in Spider-Man No Way Home, and look at DeBartiste, he's like hearing wah 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 wah. This would have been a better story arc to have him come back as a hero. But here's what really irritates the fire out of me, Melissa.
Irritates the fire.
Here it is. Here it is. You ready? Why is it that Peter Parker says, to do this, I can't do it alone. I'm going to need some help. And immediately he thinks that the best help is Ned and MJ. He's a freaking Avenger. Why doesn't he pick up the phone and call Captain America, Sam Wilson, and say, Sam, I need your help. Or James Rhodes, War Machine. Hey, I could use some help with this problem. Or for crying out loud, Doctor Strange is in the other room.
Because his friends look at him as a solid friend. All the Avengers are like, oh, you're just a kid.
But he is an Avenger. He's an A-lister. He's saved the world twice.
And he still goes to Doctor Strange for help. And Doctor Strange looks at him like he's a kid. But if I got some solid friends that will help me, whatever I call, you're going to jump through that hoop. It's like Katie from Shang-Chi. I want a solid friend that's like, this is a dumb idea. What time are we leaving? Then he's got that with Ned and MJ. He doesn't have that with the Avengers. Yes, they saved the world. Yes, they're part of the Avenger team. But he can't call them and be like, hey, are you my solid friend? They're like, no, you're just a kid. Get out of the way. You got me fired up now.
Drew wants to come on air. He wants to argue this and fight it out.
No. It is already, we are already into this time.
I got to go.
Oh, it is way over time. If you got to go, you can jump out. Anyone who needs to go. But
you're not bringing Drew on now. We will have this later.
That is my hot take on Spider-Man.
Got me parked
into the universe or into the multiverse. No Way Home. Drew says another week. Maybe people are tired of him of relying on other superheroes for help. Okay, so I understand some people have that problem with his connection to Iron Man. I get it. I like that. It was a fresh take on Spider-Man. But anyway. All right, so
he's a kid. A kid needs help.
I've opened the Vulture, and I've got to tell you that the wing assembly has me completely dumbfounded. I am completely befuddled about how these wings go together because they're massive. These are massive. And I have no idea how I'm going to make this work. This is not going to happen on air.
Who's having technical difficulties now?
It's not technical, it's special.
They did not send instructions with this.
Would you have read them?
Read them?
Yes. Yes, I would have. Oh, wait, maybe this looks like this goes together here. I don't know. There's so much more
to me for help, Drew.
There is so much.
I don't talk to him like he's a kid, though. Drew left a comment that says, "If you're a kid, are you really going to a bunch of adults for help?" I think it's the adults, because he was in a wonky situation, and he came to me. But it's the reaction. It's not the talking to them like a kid. It's giving a kid a value of having a forming sentences and ideals type of brain. Look, you got me fired up this morning.
Fired up.
I like it. I like it. So we have similar but different critiques.
Yeah.
And Dave said they didn't send instructions, just like the Chitauri. That makes it even more authentic. That's a way inside joke, Drew. Bravo. Huzzah.
Dave always brings the good stuff.
Dave Mattingly. D. Barty, do you know what that means?
Should I? Was I there? I'm sorry.
I would love for you to know that joke, but that's okay. Dave, that is a deep cut, sir. Yes, it is. And Eli Cash says, great power comes with great responsibility, and Tom lacks responsibility. Well, not Tom, Peter Parker. And I will say that is maybe a little bit true. He makes some pretty dumb mistakes.
All right, I got to go. I got to take care of my kiddos.
All right, D. You go. Everybody follow D. Barty on Instagram at D. Barty Photo. And make sure to follow her. Thank you, D. We're going to be live together at Chattacon, January 29th at 11 a.m., not at 8. So we will have maybe Melissa will do this show with some of our other co-hosts at 8 at our regular time on the 29th.
Not
wink,
me.
wink, hint, hint. And then D will be with me as we tape live in front of a live studio
For real
audience.
this time.
Yes. See, what happened was D. Barty didn't show up to be live on site at Hitchhiker Toys because she didn't read the memo. She didn't read any of the instructions. She's like, oh, we're doing a show, and John's going to be at this place. And I messaged her. I texted her 20 minutes before. And she's like, what do you mean? I'm at home. How am I going to get lost? What?
He's like, you're supposed to be with me. And I'm like, what? For real? I was like, you have to confirm. Because I did not understand.
All right, D. Thanks for being with us. I can't let Keisha go without asking her about the article that I sent the group this morning. Did you see this, Keisha?
Oh my gosh. Give me 1 second. I'm going to look.
She made it to the show. Good job, Keisha. You don't have to read that early in the morning.
We'll see you later,
Thank
D.
you.
Bye.
Bye, D.
Oh, okay. So about the Mothman sighting.
Mothman sighting at O'Hare Airport, December 21st, 2021. Now, this is relevant because Keisha co-hosts our Cryptid Crunch show on the Back of the Cereal Box Network. And we talked about Mothman not long ago. And
yeah, it was like 2 months ago now.
Yeah, and most sightings are in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. But people have started to report sightings since 2011 in the Chicago area in northern Illinois. Now, I know
and that's right where I live. Well,
I know
like
in a non-disclosed compound in northern Illinois. Have you ever seen the Mothman on your farm? Or something that could be mistaken for the Mothman?
Oh, I've seen tons of things that could be mistaken. We live out in the middle of nowhere, and there's so many creepy crawlies. Just like every night when I go out to put all the animals in the barn, like there's so many weird noises and weird eyes that look at me from the cornfields that I've just gotten used to it. So there's a good chance that Mothman's just like, I know you. And I just ignore him.
So here's my question. The sighting on December 21st of 2021.
Uh-huh.
The crew on the tarmac at O'Hare Airport reported seeing 3 of these creatures. 3 clustered together
They
and then
multiply
take
fast.
off into the air. And immediately following them leaping into the air and flying away, airport security converge on that spot. They confiscate, and these guys took video. The security confiscates their phones and deletes the video. And they're not allowed to talk about it at all. Yet somehow somebody lost their job apparently because they told. And why is the government covering this up? Why does the government not want us to know that these creatures
Do y'all
are real?
really want the truth? If you guys
Yes.
knew there was creepy crawlers everywhere, would you really go outside all the time? Like, would you want to go, to a midnight movie and watch a movie while there's like some creepy crawly behind you in the car? I mean, there probably is, honestly. But they're probably just trying to protect us from knowing the truth so that we don't freak out and go crazy and start making like bunkers and stuff more so than normal.
Is there really anyone out? Yeah, more than you. And in honor of this topic, I have my Mothman T-shirt on that I got at Point
I'm
Pleasant.
jealous, and now I need them. Okay, Johnny, just buy me your wardrobe and all the games you have, and I will be I will be happy.
I will let you know the next time we have a garage sale.
Yes, I'll just take it all right now.
Okay.
Like, I only have like $5 on me though, so whatever $5 gets me.
Not a lot, but anyway, Melissa, what do you think about Mothman and cryptids and Bigfoot? Are they real? Are they fake?
I think it's not my opinion what other people want to believe in.
But what do you believe?
Until somebody slaps me in the face and be like, "Hey, I'm Mothman. How's it going?" Then I'm gonna be like, "Do you, boo?" Here's the thing. Like, I don't have a high interest or the time to invest in spending my limited brain space in more possible things to believe in. Now, I'm not a put. You do what you want to do. That's cool. I'm not going to argue one way or the other. If you believe, cool. That's cool. If you don't believe, cool. It's the same thing for me for like religion. If you don't push it on me, I ain't going to push back on you. I don't care what you believe in. As long as it's not hurting somebody else. Cool.
That's actually my belief 100% too. I'm like, you do what you do and I'll do what I do, and then happy harmony.
Right?
Well, and Drew makes a great comment, a great point. He says, are these Mothman prophecies? So Mothman started appearing in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, before the collapse of the Silver Bridge across the river. Horrible disaster in the 70s. And after that, the sightings stopped. Although there have been recent reports of Mothman returning in Point Pleasant. But now, since 2011, people have been spotting him in northern Illinois, and now 3 at O'Hare Airport. Does that mean that there's going to be a major crash, like airplane terminals exploding? Is this a prophecy, an omen of
how this
things
year
to
is
come?
going? How this year is going, I will not put it past. Like, I would not put it past.
We're only 8 days into this year.
Oh my gosh, did you not hear my story about how this year is going so far?
I did. Does it feel like 2022 has just come out swinging?
Mm-hmm.
Throwing punches.
I thought it was bad enough that we ended out the year with Betty passing away. And then all this other stuff happened, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm going to go to sleep and I'll wake up next year. Let me know if it's any better.
Yeah, my daughter was hit in a hit and run accident. Our other car died. We got I get it. Then it's crazy.
It's
All
only
right.
uphill from here.
That's right.
Don't
that's
say
right.
that. Nope. I'm gonna get off here and my house is gonna be on fire or something like that. That is not how this works in my household. It just
Take
keeps
my
getting
hope.
worse.
Take it all. Take my hope.
Drew versus the world. Drew Milden says that, and he's talking about Spider-Man. That boy loses everything and chooses to take his GED and finds an apartment on his own. He has so much responsibility. He's on fire.
Yeah. And my poor like mom heart breaks. I just want to. You're doing a great job, Peter. I'm so proud of you. Like that's where it's like, it's heavy. It's over. It's heavy.
Maybe I need to go see it again. And look, we didn't get to half the stuff on my outline today. We were going to talk about Book of Boba Fett. We were going to talk about Hawkeye. We were going to talk about other stuff. We're way out of time. We're way over time.
Let's do Hawkeye. Let's do Hawkeye next week. I've not watched Book of Boba Fett yet. It is on my list. But at the same time, Witcher 2 season came out. That's on my binge for tomorrow.
And we didn't even get to talk about the loss of Betty White. We did dedicate today's show to her. But we didn't get to talk about new comics. I have a whole stack. We didn't get to talk about Unidragon Puzzles returning as a sponsor.
Yay!
Unidragon.com, promo code Cereal Box Podcast.
Yeah. We are putting Isaacs together. So if you guys have not had a Unidragon puzzle, it is like just the tiny individual pieces are gorgeous. It took every part of me not to put it together while he wasn't here because I moved it from his floor space to the desk space I built. And I'm just like, look at that piece. Look at that piece. Look at that piece. It is individually gorgeous. I'm sorry.
They are works of art.
It is beautiful.
So check them out. Unidragon.com, Cereal Box Podcast.
Sorry.
But we can't leave without talking about the Multiverse fundraiser coming up later this month, January 21st through the 23rd. Back at the Cereal Box is the official sponsor of this. This is a virtual con that Kelly Gettner has put together. And look at these celebrities that are going to be part of this event.
I'm jealous.
We are going to be talking with them, interviewing them. They are going to be part of our broadcast through Back at the Cereal Box, the Multiverse fundraiser. And guess what? Everybody, it's free. What?
So what do I have to do to get to be a part of this? Because I want to talk to these people.
Kelly Gettner?
Yeah, I love her.
Keisha is volunteering. She needs a lot of help. She's putting together the schedule today, and she will be reaching out. So just let her know that you're on board to help out.
Awesome.
But you can find out more at multiversefundraiser.com. The multiversefundraiser.com. Dun, 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 dun. And I can't read all of those names, but like the sheriff from Smallville, we've got Noah from the librarian. He's part of this, you guys. This is Noah Wiley. Is that his name? Yes. And we've got Kira from Superman 2.
I'm excited you got Anthony Rapp on there. I know he was in like a Discovery, but he did Rent. And I'm like, oh. Sorry. I got excited. I got excited.
Yes. This is a
it's understandable.
Big deal. And you want to tune in. We also need to thank our friend Willow Schuyler for promoting the shows through the Hanging with Web TV network. Thank you so much, Willow. We love you. We appreciate you. And Keisha, you've already said that people can search your name and find you. Get her book, Him, on Amazon by Keisha Acuff. Melissa, people can find you at hopefulsimplicity.com and where else?
All the things, hopeful simplicity.
And is there like a special deal you're running for the month of January? Any special discounts that people can get taking advantage of your coaching services?
So stay tuned for more details about a free workshop I'm going to hold.
If you need to get your life and your space in order,
So we need to talk.
Melissa at hopefulsimplicity.com is the one to help you with that.
Yeah, for people just like you, Keisha. Because here's the thing, like we as women, as moms, we sit with all that responsibility to manage all the people, places, and things. And I want to shift that from it's all on you to the whole home team.
Does that, how does that work? Because like
that works because I don't talk to just like, if I'm going to work with a client, I'm not going to just, okay, Keisha, what can we do to help you? I'm going to be like, no, we're going to bring the whole team, the whole family will sit down, everybody that can. You got to think, my son's been doing his laundry since he was 8.
My son is 12 and I tell him to pick his sock up and put it in the dirty hamper that I put in his bedroom.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, dude, I forgot 4 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
What? Okay, so what is this? My kids set their plate and like candy wrappers on top of the microwave, on top of the mini fridge, and the trash can is literally 2.5 feet away. What? Why can it not make its way 2.5 more feet to the trash can? What is that all about?
Because you're asking them, why can't you just, instead of, what do I need to do to support you to make this happen?
I did that. That is why there's a hamper in his room now. And yet it still doesn't happen.
That's why I put a trash can 2.5 feet away from the...
It's 2.5 feet away.
In the game room.
It's 2.5 feet away.
I can't put it on top of his bed, though.
The mail drop box 2.5 feet away from where he drops the mail on the table. Why would I not just... And then you slowly shift it. And then you talk about it each week. We talk weekly about this is a pain point for me. I need your help. I need you to be on this home team. So I don't want to choke you in the face. What do I need to do to have
that
you
rock
help
in the
me
sock
with that?
thing?
Right? This is a pain point for me. What do I have to do to have
solved,
you put
right, Keisha?
In the thing. Not in your mouth as a gag, but in the hamper. Ask him what you need to do to help to support him to actually get the sock in the hamper before you choke him in the face.
Yeah, so we only have him on weekends and on Wednesdays because he is my stepson.
That's a whole nother beast.
So it's like, I don't want to make him feel like constantly what I'm doing is jumping down his throat. Yeah. Because we only get 48 hours with him every other weekend and 3 hours with him on Wednesdays. And like, I love him to death. And don't get me wrong, we have a great relationship, but getting him to do things, like I ask him all the time, I'm like, you're just not feeling up to it, bud. And he's like, well, I don't get free time when I'm at home. And so my brain goes, well, I feel guilty for making him do extra stuff at our house, I think.
You need to let that go. That's a hard one. When we started Hopeful Simplicity, we had a blended household. And it was, well, I don't have these rules at my mom's house. Okay, well, I get that. But in this home, we want to be a team. So we all get the free time together. And I would do that. I would love to spend more time with people I love. But if I have to follow people around and pick up their and then be stressed out, I'm not getting good quality time. You're like, you got me. I'm like, I'm lit again. I'm lit again.
Love it. Speaking of lit, Drew versus the World says he wants that owl promo video for, and what happened was, so we completed our previous contract with Beauty Dragon Puzzles. So I got rid of all of the promo videos that we put together for them. I don't know where I saved them. but I took them out of the carts on StreamYard, and then they came back to me and said, "Hey, we want you to be an affiliate and like full time." And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know where those videos went." So that's what happened, Drew. I'll find them eventually.
I want that owl puzzle.
Yes. We'll start showing those again.
Mhm.
And then don't feel guilty for building rules and regulations in your home community.
My job here is done.
Angel Love says, we make a game out of it. If any of us leave a piece of clothing anywhere in the house on the floor, the other two people in the house get to make super loud alarm sounds. Ooh, that's fun. I love that idea. And whoever left the laundry on the floor gets to do a load of laundry.
So fun fact, in my household, I'm the only one that's ever done laundry or dishes. Or
all right. So Melissa,
things.
You've got your work cut out for you. I think Keisha needs to become a project.
I think Keisha needs to join our community.
Yes.
Like,
I'll let
so
you guys.
as a side note, me and my husband did discuss this. I am a full-time stay-at-home mom, and he works a 12-hour shift, and he doesn't, most of the time he's sleeping when he's home. So like that is also a big factor. So it's not like he's not doing anything, but my kids, I love them.
The kids. It's the kids, Keisha. You got to do something about your kids.
Hey, we have free Habit pages to help you start that conversation.
You guys make the connection, and hopefulsimplicity.com. Melissa can whip everything into shape.
Yeah, I'll get there. I'll remember to do that. I will.
Well, not just you, Keisha.
Everybody.
Hopefulsimplicity.com because
you deserve less stress and quality moments with the people you actually care about. Damn it.
Ow. Gosh darn heckin'. I don't curse very well.
Neither do I. With that,
Oh, you have me.
With that, we are going to say adios, farewell, arrivederci, bon voyage,
Ad Wiedersehen, hasta luego,
bonjour,
bonjour, no.
And until the next time, we love you, mean it, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Mwah! Bye-bye.